Pam Bennett to come up and present the LEOs program. Thank you.
See, there's a good reason to have Leos. You bring your own fan club. Council Chair Vin, distinguished guests, conventioneers, one and all. Welcome to the 2023-24 Leo of the Year. Leos are an integral part of the Lions Club International. This morning's presentation is an important multiple district program arising from the Leo program. Today's winner will actually be submitted into the International Leo of the Year award, and we've been quite fortunate that we have had in the past few years an International Leo of the Year recipient. Today you will be seeing the new members of the Leo Advisory Panel for the coming year, as all state winners are invited to take part in the Leo Advisory Panel, and today's winner will be the chairperson of the Leo Advisory Panel in 2025-26. The panel meets regularly and provides suggestions and direction to the Leo Committee and in turn the Council to develop and encourage the growth of Leos. This year, the panel has worked on increasing the social media presence and awareness of the Leo program. They've also worked on developing promotional posters and resources, and you can see some of their work on the posters in the Leo stand. We are constantly pointing to Leos as the future of Lions, but this does not give them the credit they deserve. A Leo club may begin as a project of their sponsoring Lions Club, but they are a club in their own right, with an executive learning to guide and develop their own club. They are developing the skills to go with the community service ethos they already have to take Lions Clubs Australia into the future as our future Lions members. Past Leos have been and are district governors today. Leos have imagination. They have ideas. They have talents and abilities. But two of the most important things they bring are energy and unbreakable spirit, if we let them follow their instincts. Their interests are both similar and different to the parent organisation. They work to fight hunger, save the environment, find a cure for cancer. But they are also shaped by the world in which they live. So mental health issues and domestic violence are important issues for them. But haven't Lions also adapted to the changing world with the adoption of diabetes, kidney health, skin cancer checks, the need for feed, and I could go on forever. We must adapt to the world in which we live, and Leos will help to take us there. Take the time to have a look at some of the entries in this year's Leo Club Project of the Year in the posters on the Leo stand. Once again, the judges have found all of these entries most inspiring. Wonderful, young, generous people are out there. I receive emails every week asking for a nearby Leo club for them to join. If we are going to achieve our big, audacious mission, we have to provide Leo clubs to prepare our youth to continue as Lions. The Leo of the Year presentations at our MD convention gives to Lions the opportunity to see the amazing qualities youth have to bring to our organisation, and they are doing it now. For all of those Lion clubs who have formed Leo's clubs, I thank you for your efforts, but I also know that you've gained more than you've given. Leos is an acronym. It stands for leadership, experience, and opportunity. This is our role as Lions, to ensure that our Leos are taught and develop leadership skills, are given the chance to achieve experience in service and opportunity to learn, grow, and achieve. The finalists you will meet today exemplify our goals. They are examples of exactly what we have to gain by strengthening our LEO program. The judges have worked hard in preparing for this final judging today. Firstly, they have carefully read and evaluated the entry form of each contestant. This includes information about the positions held by the entrant, the projects they have instigated and developed, the ways they have extended the membership and involvement of others in their club, and their knowledge of Lions International. We're frequently asked how this program is different to Youth of the Year. Well, that's how it's different. They're judged on their community service. Right? That's one of the major features of this program, that they have to have actually shown some leadership, experience, and opportunity. Yesterday afternoon, the judges met with each entrant and spoke to them at some length about the information on their entry form and their knowledge of Lions and the community and the world in which they live. Today, the judges will complete their assessment of the candidates in the speaking section of the program. I'll call out the judges' names, and if they could take their place at the rostrum, at the table here, please. The panel chairperson, Lion Julie Crawford from T Districts. Past District Governor Donna Hedges from Q Districts. Past District Governor Kumar Swaminathan from V Districts. Lion Carol Dunn from N Districts. And our community judge, Robert Adams, a local identity. (2023's Leo of the Year, Leo Lion Georgia Bailey, has stood by as the reserve judge and helped yesterday's judging to flow smoothly. The judging criteria and prizes are outlined in the program. So with no further ado, you can now meet these wonderful young Leos. You'll be able to meet them after this morning's program, where you'll be able to talk to them and learn more about them and their service. We hope that you, the conventioneers, will take the time to talk to them and learn more about our Leos and the Leo program. It may even inspire you to return to your own Lions Club and sponsor a new Leo club in your area. These young finalists are unique, but there are plenty more young people out there who are willing and eager to serve their community. Please feel free to approach any of the state coordinators or me if you want to know more and or need help to start a club. This year we have 5 finalists who I will introduce to you now in the order in which they will speak to you today. I will also ask each a question so that you can get to know a little more about them. This does not form part of the judging. Our first finalist is Lucy Heppel from Gosnell's Leos Club in W2, escorted by Lion John Clare, the W District State Coordinator. Lucy. Lucy, your Leo Club has been involved in 2 major ongoing projects. One is wheelchairs for children, and the other is the recycling of electrical equipment. These are very diverse. What do these projects entail?
For the Wheelchair for Kids project, we had to raise some funds and donate that towards the Wheelchair for Kids because each wheelchair costs $500 to make, and they go towards developing countries for kids that needed wheelchairs. As well as that, we raised, I think, over 200 bears to be donated. That goes towards the wheelchairs that goes to the developing countries. For the recycling of electrical equipment, we have a partner called Sam Spares, who is also a non-for-profit, and he tries to recycle all the e-waste and reduce e-waste in the environment.
Thanks, Lucy. Just two of the fantastic Leo projects. May I introduce Charlize Chow, our second finalist. Charlize is a member of the Melbourne Next Generation Leo Club from District V14. She's accompanied by the V District State Coordinator, Lion Lee Walkington. Charlize, how long have you been involved with Leos and Lions, and how has Leos helped you to develop your own skills in communication and people management?
Thank you, Pam. Hello there, my name is Charlize, and I joined the wonderful Leos Club at the rightful year of 2021. I must be honest with you, it was a little bit of a bumpy ride. My mother actually forced me into the Leos Club, but after hearing from so many of the wonderful Leos and seeing what they actually do and their connections with the Lions Club, it made me see that this was actually an opportunity for something amazing. It was an opportunity for me to really get what I wanted out there, get my ideas out there, and a form of way for me to help strengthen my own leadership. So I decided to join. But as for communication and people management, I must be completely honest with you, my Leos Club is a bit of a quirky club. They are so full, beautiful, big, bright minds, but they do have a lot of their quirks and different amazing personalities. So it really allowed me to really connect with a humongous and various amount of people from different diverse backgrounds and different personality types. We also are very close with our Lions Club as well, so I have a lot of time bridging the gap between the older generation and the younger generation. Thank you.
Thanks, Charlize. Our third finalist is Lily Davis from King Island Leo Club in T1. And she's accompanied by Lion Linda Payne, the T District State Coordinator. Lily, in a small isolated community like King Island, how important is the Leo Club in developing a strong sense of community and strengthening the bonds between youth and the older residents of the island?
With the King Island Leo Club, we actually associate with the elderly people quite a bit. Like, we help them with washing their cars, sometimes cleaning their apartments, helping out in their gardens or washing windows. Or some things that we do plan to do is games for them to enjoy, and also taking them places so they can enjoy time while they can. Thank you.
Our fourth finalist is Avinash Mota from the Parramatta High School Leo Club in N5, and he is accompanied by past District Governor David Emanuel, the State Coordinator for N Districts. Avinash, your club was inducted in November last year as the largest Leo club in Australia, 96 members, 96 charter members. Can you explain how your club established and grew, and how your charter meeting turned into a new club project?
Thank you, Pam. So I'm from Parramatta High School, as Pam mentioned, and being the largest in Australia, it's really amazing to be here just after 6 months. So when we started up, I had no idea about Lions, by the way. A year ago, no idea, no clue what Lions was. But when we started up, we had our district Leo advisor come to our school, and he had a sort of meeting and like a recruitment kind of event. And we had about 40 members who just joined and like sort of had a look at what the Leo program was all about. And straight after that, they went and spread the word to everybody, and we ended up chartering in with 96 members. And then on our club charter night, we had a bunch of leftover food, and that was like, it was all going to go in the bin, and that just didn't sit right with a couple of us. So I think it was 10 or 11 members of our club. We just walked off with the food and went around Parramatta. So Parramatta actually has a lot of homeless. We have a lot of homeless people in our community. So we just took that food and we walked around finding homeless people to distribute it to. And we ended up finding another nonprofit organization that was distributing food to the homeless. And yeah, we sort of used them to inspire our project, which is now the Homelessness Initiative. And another thing that I just wanted to quickly mention is, we are the largest club in Australia. We do have a lot of numbers, but I don't think it's just all about numbers. I think we have the biggest hearts as well. Thank you.
Our fifth contestant is Luke Abdi from the Cathedral School of St Anne and St James Leo Club in Q2. Luke's accompanied by the Q District State Coordinator, past District Governor Nicole Phillips. Luke, what leadership skills, experiences and opportunities have you gained by your membership of your Leo Club?
Thank you, Pam. I think the lessons and skills that Leo's has taught me is endless. It could go on forever, but for me, the main one has been communication and learning how to communicate with different people of different ages, from Lions to Leos and of all different backgrounds. And I've really enjoyed learning that new skill set of how to communicate respectfully with other people.
Okay, now that was just to let you know something about these amazing young people. It does not form part of the judging. Thank you, state coordinators and members of the Leo Committee. You may return to your seats now, and our timekeepers are actually already in place. Before we start the speaking by the finalists, I will just explain the timing. Each finalist has 5 minutes on a subject of their own choice. There will be a single gong at 4 minutes. And a double gong at 5 minutes. Okay, now this is what you've been waiting for. I will call Lucy to come forward and address the convention.
I'd like to acknowledge Council Chair Vin, distinguished guests and conventioneers, one and all. Idols, journeys, high school and mental health. What does it mean to you? Idols play a very important role in our lives as they inspire us to achieve our goals. We all go through good and bad experiences, and they help shape our personality and our ability to overcome difficulties, especially during high school and years beyond. Taking care of our mental health is crucial. It's a foundation of our overall well-being, helping us deal with the complexities of life positively and strongly. Danny Frawley, Stephen May, Nat Fife, Braden Ainsworth, Ian Thorpe, Osher Gunsberg, Jock Somfrelli, Morgan Mitchell, Hugh Jackman. The names that I have just mentioned are just a few of the Australian TV stars, models, sports stars, AFL players and comedians. They are always in the spotlight and have shared their stories on the struggles of mental health, including depression, anxiety, eating disorders, OCD, ADHD, addiction and bipolar. Today, I will share my story about high school and mental health. Without any doubt, I can talk about Leos and how without Leos, I wouldn't be speaking here in front of you all and be the person I am today. I can talk about the skills and opportunities and all the lessons I've learned, but today I'm speaking on behalf of all the young people and some struggles they may have faced. For those who haven't had the chance to know me well, my name is Lucy and I've had plenty of struggles, from going through serious bullying problems, losing confidence in myself and being afraid of judgment, not being able to go to school for safety reasons, losing someone special in my life, and overall struggles with school. It's not easy to go to school when you're afraid of being bullied and harassed. And for my family, who got the calls for me to be sent home for safety reasons, someone I trusted and called my friend turned their back on me. During all this, with all my struggles with school bullying, I had to watch my dad lay his childhood friend to rest because of suicide. A few weeks later, I lost my granddad, who's my dad's dad, and a few days later, I lost my dad's longtime mate and neighbour to terminal cancer. It was rough and we all struggled, but during all this, Leo's was a support system for me and was a space for me not to stress or worry. Just showing up, laughing, having fun at meetings, playing games, and being around people who have more knowledge and wisdom than I do. finding time to learn scheduling and skills I wouldn't have learnt before, and the joy of helping the community and just getting involved helped me. During this time, I decided to join the Lions Children of Courage Committee, which I am one of 2 Leos to be the first on the state committee. The Children of Courage Award ceremony, held earlier this year, is a project dedicated to helping children who have been through difficult situations have a special day filled with lots of joy. Yes, Leos has helped me build confidence and provide me and my club members with multiple opportunities and experiences that we would not have got without the club and our amazing Leo advisors. Without Leos, I wouldn't have had the chance to connect with the individuals in my community. I've had opportunities in local radio to promote Leos and spread the amazing work we do. Leos has given me so much pleasure in meeting and forming new relationships in my community. As a very important topic in recent years, Leos has helped me with my mental health and overcome challenges with school life and work. If you didn't already know, in the most recent year, 3,318 Australians took their own lives. That's 63 people each week. Of those aged 16 to 24, 38.8% have experienced a mental health issue in the last 12 months. From ages 16 to 85 in Australia, 42.5% experienced a mental health disorder at some time in their life. This is equivalent to 8.5 million people. This is about 2 in 5 Australians, and my family has 7 people, as well as the estimated worldwide 1 in 8 people are experiencing a mental health. That is equivalent to 970 million people. To continue with another statistic, during this 5-minute speech, about 8 people worldwide have committed suicide. My lessons from Leos have not only taught me life lessons and skills, but have made me want to mentor other students and young people in my community struggling through the same process or struggles that I've experienced. This has led me to be a mentor to new incoming students of my high school and mentor new Leos in my club. So what this has taught me is that there will always be a battle, and sometimes you will lose. It won't be about how fast you overcome it, and it definitely won't be about what's on the other side. It will always be about how you get there, the journey that it will take you on, with all the challenges you face and all the struggles you will overcome, the people you meet and surround yourself with to improve, change, and make a difference. For me, that is through Leos and my community, and the people I continue to meet and connect with.
Thank you so much, Lucy. Charlize, would you come forward, please, and address the convention?
Council Chair Vin, distinguished guests, conventions one and all, thank you for listening to my speech. During my childhood, I was a bit of a clumsy kid. Like any youngster, I would dash around, take a tumble, shed a few tears, and bounce right back up. However, at the age of 5, I met a friend who made all those challenges disappear. Always looking out for me, she reminded me to be cautious when running down a hill or to wear my helmet when riding a bike. I trusted her fully, and she proved to be right every single time. Yet, every so often, this friend of mine would scare me with tales of monsters lurking in the dark. One night, her cold presence curled up beside me, whispering these stories in my ear. And all of a sudden, I started hearing gurgling noises from the closet. My friend quickly hid us under the covers, promising that if we stayed there, everything would just go away. But for once, I decided to confront the monster. With my parents' help, of course, I screamed at the monster, and just like that, I became the Monster Buster. I looked around for my friend that night, but she didn't return. For a while, she was absent, and without holding me back, I made new friends, tried new things, and faced the monsters in the closet on my own. Fast forward a few years. My teenage years hit me like a rock. Emotions like roller coasters soaring up and down. You ever get that feeling like your heart's doing this wild thing inside your chest and your mind is racing a million miles an hour? It's like everything that felt okay is slowly slipping through your fingers. This sensation has a knack of sneaking up on you, doesn't it? It's not always the big things that frighten you. Often it's the small, quiet doubts, echoing in the silence, turning the mundane into something to fear. It's the apprehension of saying the wrong thing, of slipping grades, or doing the wrong thing, or just acting wrong, or even being perceived as a disappointment. One night, a familiar cold presence curled up beside me. My friend. She came back. She was always there for me when I'm alone with my thoughts, especially in the quiet moments. We spent a lot of time together from ages 11 to 16. So I decided to call her Not Good Enough. Strange name, right? But it fits her perfectly. She whispers in my ear, telling me that no matter what I do, I'll never measure up. Not to the standards, not to the expectations, and not to the dreams that seem to drift further and further away each day. My friend went from my guardian against mishaps to a relentless voice with the uncanny ability to morph into whatever disappointments on the menu for today. Sometimes she's a ripple of unmet expectations. Other times she preys on its fear, the fear of letting others down, especially those who have invested so much in me. She's relentless, persistent, always reminding my flaws, my missteps, my inability to be perfect. She doesn't sound like a good friend, does she? Yet I stayed, and I listened to her each time because she had this particular way of creating a sense of comfort. She wraps around you like a protective cloak, creating a comfort zone in the familiarity of what you know, even if it is unsettling. And letting go of that means stepping into the unknown, and that uncertainty felt paralyzing. But here's the kicker. Not good enough isn't really a friend. I know, it's crazy. She's just fear in disguise. And it's not the fear of being perceived as a disappointment or being seen as a disappointment by others. It's the fear of not being enough for myself. It's the fear of looking in the mirror and not recognizing the girl staring back at me. But you know what I've come to realize though? Not good enough might be a loud and persistent voice, but she's not the whole story. I've got other friends too, named self-growth, self-love, and resilience, and they're just as real, just as present. So, to my oldest friend and my greatest enemy, we must part ways now. I can't promise we won't meet again. I can't promise I won't leave the bedroom door ajar for you some nights, but you must let me go. I must let you go. I realize that now. I realize that I'm a work in progress and not a finished masterpiece. I'm learning, I'm growing, and realizing the only person I truly need to measure up to is the one I was yesterday. Someday, I won't need you to hold my hand the slightest bit. I look forward to that day. The day I forget what your hand feels like in mine. Because in the end, we all may have a not good enough in our lives, but we've got the power to choose whose words we let define us. And spoiler alert, mine won't be hers. So, who's your friend? Thank you.
I now invite Lily to come forward and address the convention.
Council Chair Bin, distinguished guests, conventioneers, all in one. I've decided to call my speech The Butterfly because I chose to write about how the King Island Leo Club has helped me shape into the person that I am today. All my life, I was made to feel like I'm not perfect, that I should change to be more like my siblings. But I didn't want to follow in their footsteps. I needed to pave my own path. And that changed when I joined the King Island Leo Club. This gave me a chance to see things from a different perspective. After I joined, I realised that this is something that I love to be a part of, and it gave me a chance to help others, even if it's by giving them opportunities such as games and other fun activities or things they would enjoy. When I heard about Lottie, I realised that this is my time to shine, to show people that anything is possible. One thing that I've learned is that you do not know people's backstories, and they don't know yours. If you looked me in the eyes, you would not realise that last year I lost my great-grandfather, and when I was 2 years old, I lost my grandfather to pancreatic cancer. And very recently, I lost one of my uncles as well. You cannot tell people's stories just by looking at them. I want to get to know people, their stories, and if I, as a Leo, can help them in any way. When you look at me, you see a happy person, do you not? Well, that's only a mask to cover the truth. When you see me, you do not know that I've suffered from trauma. When you see me, you do not know that the trauma was caused by falling off a horse, waking up thinking I was in bed, but realised I was in the dirt. When you look at me, you do not know that I've suffered from a car crash, and people talking about it like it was a joke. You cannot see what is on the inside if you only look at the outside. I was always pushed aside into the shadows because I was not cool or fun. I was always me, and I like being me, and that's not going to change because I like being me, and I'm not changing for other people. Because there is always a group that I can call home. If I was to follow the footsteps of my siblings, I would still be in a box, not knowing I had any confidence to show. Now that I am a part of the King Island Leo Club, I'm becoming the best me that there is. I'm still not perfect, but there are so many things now that I do, but I wouldn't have. I've never really spoken in public, but if I did, I was always with someone else. Being a Leo gives you the chance to feel a connection with others, with something that we all enjoy and will not be judged. We get to stand out for the better. To help others has always been something that I'm great at, and I want to keep going. I want to tell others what we do and how we can help. It has also made my confidence grow. It has developed my leadership skills. I wish to inspire other people to become a Leo or a Lion and help others in need or to make their community better. I don't mind if I win Leo of the Year. I just want to get my point out there that we can help everyone. But as I said, I love helping others and to do fun activities for everyone to enjoy. One thing that I will never forget is what Leos stand for. Leos learn leadership, earn experiences, and own opportunities. It has made me realise how great it is to be part of such a vast group of people who help everyone in many ways, whether it's by giving them food, water, love, or hope. As a charter member, I've loved watching our club grow. We have come so far. In 2021, the King Island Leo Club ran a quirky mailbox challenge. There was many entrants, and it was quite a challenge to choose a winner. Our quirky mailboxes won the Australian Leo of the Year award. And as a club, we have also won Tasmanian, Australian, and International Kindness Matters Service Award. I hope for our club to go and gain more members, do many more projects, and keep helping others. As a club, we will keep improving because there is no such thing as a perfect club. I am really happy with the club that I'm part of. There's a quote that I go by, and it's use your voice for kindness, your ears for compassion, your mind for truth, your hands for charity, and your heart for love. This quote goes perfectly with Leos and Lions, and it is what we do. Being a Leo makes me a butterfly, free and happy. It has made me realise how much I am grown from what I once was. I used to live in a cocoon, but now I've spread my wings wide. The King Island Lions Club has inspired me so much with all the projects they have done. And my English teacher, and also my grandma, who's in the audience, who flew in last night, has inspired me to go further and always try my best, no matter the weather. Thank you.
Thank you, Lily. Avinash, would you please come forward and address the convention?
Good morning, Council Chair Vin, distinguished guests, conventioneers, one and all. It's 10 a.m. My alarm has been ringing on and off for the past 3 hours. There's a bright beam of light breaking through the blinds. It could be a good day, but I can't bear to face it yet. Getting out of bed is a struggle, and I can feel the extreme dryness in every pore of my skin. As I walk around, each muscle in my body starts to feel sore. I brush my teeth and hit the shower, just gasping for breath as the scars all over my body sting and burn with each drop of water. Lions, as I stand before you today, I want you all to just think for a moment and remember the hardest time in your life. For me, it was my fight against a severe medical condition. My battle with chronic eczema was like stepping into the ring with Mike Tyson, except he had boxing gloves, and I had a bottle of moisturizer. But that was my routine. I'd step into that ring every day, hoping for a miracle win, and I'd be disappointed every single time. After a while, it was like I was only getting out of bed each morning to tick a box. Now the truth is, I felt alone. The idea of everything turning out fine and everything being okay seemed way too good to be true. Finding a reason to get out of bed each morning was something I struggled with. I mean, why would I, if waking up only meant enduring pain? Why would I, if the only peace I ever had was whilst I was asleep? Unfortunately, so many Australians ask themselves the same question every day. Countless individuals wake up each day to the harsh reality of their circumstances. It's a reality scarred by hardship, by adversity, and by the relentless onslaught of life's challenges. A number of people experiencing this are those on the streets, the homeless of Australia. Every night in Australia, over 120,000 individuals find themselves without a roof over their head. That's more than just a number. That's 120,000 individuals, each with their own story, their own struggles, and their own dreams lost. That number should be a reality check to us all, that homelessness isn't just a distant problem. It's a harsh truth, blaring directly into our faces daily. Imagine waking up each morning, not even knowing if you'll be sleeping in the same place the next night. Picture yourself wondering if you'll even have enough money in your pocket to buy a cup of coffee, let alone afford a warm meal. It's a crushing and vicious cycle of uncertainty and discomfort, one that gnaws away at the very essence of their self-esteem and dignity, leaving behind a hollow shell of hopelessness. They say that hope is the first step towards recovery, and sometimes when you're at your lowest, it can feel like there's no hope left at all. And I get it, I really do. I understand that the idea of everything turning out fine can sound so far-fetched, but the truth is, it isn't. At some point, things do get better. We just need a little reminder every now and then. It's easy for me to stand up here today and talk about my own experiences, as well as the hardships faced by those suffering from homelessness. But spreading awareness is only the first step. A wise and probably handsome young man once said, "Vision without action can never become a reality." It was me, I said that. But that's why I became a Leo, to turn my ideas into action, to learn, and to genuinely work towards making my community a better place, starting with my community. In the 6 months since our charter, my Leo Club, being the largest in Australia, have already achieved great feats in making a difference to those in need, specifically by raising hundreds of dollars and collecting boxes and boxes of donations for the homeless. This goes to show just what our youth can achieve with a little bit of passion. So what's next? How can we amplify the effect of these initiatives? And how can you, as Lions, get more young people involved and interested in the community? Well, the answer is simple, really. Start more Leo clubs. So many of us young people already know about the positive implications of social work. We are already just as passionate and driven to make a difference. And we already possess the skills to really make a splash in today's society. So utilize us, guide us, and help us fall in love with community service the same way you did. Start more Leo clubs. Give us a platform to learn, to lead, and to gain experience. And I promise you, together we will reach heights that we never could have anticipated. The Leo program has changed my life and allowed me to change someone else's. It has allowed me to channel my passion into a reason for someone to appreciate each beam of sunlight they would otherwise dread. It has allowed me to use my skills to bring a smile to someone's face. And that is what gets me out of bed every morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Avinash. Right, our final speaker is Luke. Please welcome him.
Council Chair Vin, distinguished guests, conventions one and all, good morning. As Pam mentioned, my name is Luke Abdi and I'm entering in the Leo of the Year competition for 2024. I would like to start by thanking you all for taking the time out of your morning to listen to me and my fellow contestants today. I would also like to commend my fellow contestants on their speech. It has been a pleasure to get to know you this weekend. My Leo's journey began in 2022 when I joined the Cathedral School Leo's Club. Since joining, I have been lucky enough to be elected as the club secretary for the 2023 and 2024 financial year. Since joining Leo's, I have thrived with the challenges my role as secretary has presented me. In my spare time, when I am not sending agendas or taking minutes at Leo's meetings, I enjoy being a valued member of my community through my involvement with sports. Having grown up in a sporting household, I began playing a range of sports from a very young age. Playing team sports allowed me to learn the skills needed to build friendships, such as communication skills, confidence, and work ethic. I enjoyed the process of enhancing this new skill set to make me a better, more well-rounded person. I liked being part of something that was bigger than myself. Perhaps the biggest learning curve sports has thrown me is learning how to communicate with my teammates and coaches. Something that I struggled with when I was a kid was my confidence to communicate with others, as I was quite shy at a young age. To combat this, my parents signed me up to play rugby league for my local club in Cloncurry. Through being part of a team, I was able to build on my ability to converse with others. Although I think looking back, my parents might have slight regrets, as I now tend to talk a bit too much. In all seriousness, I am very grateful that I was able to play sports growing up and thankful for the lessons it has taught me and for my junior coaches that had such a huge impact on me. Over the past 12 months, I've had to take a step back from sport due to injury. At first, I was quite mortified at the fact that I couldn't be involved in sport, as it had been such a huge part of my life. But through conversations with my coaches and members from my sporting clubs, they suggested I begin coaching a younger team if I wanted to remain involved. At the beginning of 2023, I began coaching a netball team. Following the end of the netball season, I decided to begin coaching an under-11s cricket team for the Wanderers Cricket Club. Now, at first, I don't think I realised the commitment and craziness that coaching requires. However, I picked it up about halfway through the first training session. Through the course of the season, I have been challenged by different things, which have strengthened my commitment to coaching. Whether it be having a hectic week with my academia or a tough training session, I continue to remind myself why I began coaching in the first place. To me, I wanted to coach so I could have the same impact my past coaches had on me. I wanted to help the kids I coach grow their confidence and, more importantly, develop as a person. To me, success as a coach was not to win every single game, but rather to evolve the kids I was coaching the skills they needed as a human being. Now, I understand I'm not changing the entire personality of a person by coaching them 2 to 3 times a week, but I have come to understand the impact a sporting coach can have on someone. Perhaps the most prominent example that has stood out to me is the under-11s cricket team I coach. At the beginning of the season, all 8 members of the team were shy and barely spoke to one another, let alone me as the coach. Over the season, I slowly chipped away at enhancing their communication skills by making them all feel comfortable and safe within the team. Now, 10 weeks in, I often struggle to get a word in edgewise. As they began to feel more comfortable at training, their work ethic increased as they now not only looked forward to, but enjoyed training. To me, this indicates that I have been successful as a coach. The skills that I have learnt from playing and coaching sports has helped me through my time in Leos. I've been able to both communicate and motivate members within the club, as well as inspiring members to serve, which in turn has increased the club's productivity and impact within the local community. For example, during the festive season, the club undertook a food and toy drive to give back to the local community. Given the impact the drive could have, it was an imperative to me that the food drive be a success. Thanks to the skills I learnt from sports coaching, I was able to effectively communicate with members necessary information regarding donations and collections, as well as motivate members of the school community to donate to the drive. I am extremely grateful for my time in the Cathedral School Leos Club and look forward to continuing my involvement with both Leos and Lions in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Luke. At this point, I'd like to thank Lions Clubs Australia because I have the best job in this organisation. I now have a certificate of achievement for each of the finalists. So I'll ask Georgia to come forward to present them, and each of the young people will come as the name is called. So, Lucy Heppel. Charlize Chow. Lily Davis. Avinash Mota. And Luke Abding. Five amazing finalists. And just imagine how good your Lions Club would be if they had these people. I'd now like to present a certificate also to Georgia Bailey, who has represented Leos for the past year as the Leo of the Year. And I also have a certificate for Lita Blackie, who was the Leo of the Year for the previous year and has been the chairperson of the Leo Advisory Panel for the past year. I'll ask Lily to come and accept that, please. Okay, contestants, you can now go and take your seat. Your time is finished, and aren't you happy? Sorry, guys, you can go back into the audience because you can now be you can actually be part of the audience.
As long as I'm not getting marked, that's okay.
Okay, it's customary at this point for the past Leo of the Year winner to address the convention, outlining their year, the plans and directions they hope to encourage, and how they see their role in the organisation. The role of the previous year's winner is an important one, as they will take over the chairmanship, so next year Georgia will be the chair of the Leo Advisory Panel for the upcoming year. So last year's winner, Leo of the Year, Georgia Bailey, will now tell you about her year in review.
Council Chair Vien, distinguished guests, conventioneers, one and all. What a year it has been. Standing here as Leo of the Year for 2023 to 2024, I have a mix of pride, excitement, and a hint of disbelief that it's finally over. This journey has been packed with incredible experiences, personal growth, and the opportunities I never imagined possible. You know, it's funny to think that just 12 months ago, I stood on a similar stage, find that person, with all eyes on me, nerves threatening to get the best of me. I remember walking up to that stage and turning to Pam saying, "If I pass out up there, just kick me out of the way and keep reading." Oh, how times have changed. Today, I stand before you with confidence, reflecting on a year of remarkable growth and leadership. Let's start with the leadership. Leading isn't just about making the important decisions. It's about bringing people together, inspiring action, and sometimes organising chaos into something productive. This year, I was a part of such a team that accomplished not one, but 2 state Leo conferences in New South Wales, an extraordinary feat. Seeing young Leos go from shy individuals with seemingly no project ideas to planning projects from start to finish was truly memorable. We were actually a little bit worried, sending them all back to their clubs to fight over which projects would be taken up first. But watching them grow and take charge was inspiring and proof that our future of Lions is in good hands. Another highlight was my role as a youth leader at the South Australian Youth Camp of Nuria Long in 2023 and 2024. Each camp was so different, and the first was packed with international youth, and I made friends that I still talk to daily. It also improved my learning of time differences. Hearing how some of them moved from their small towns to big cities to pursue their dreams on the other side of the world was inspiring. This year, it was heartwarming to see more Aussies interacting with those international exchangees. Some had life-altering experiences, from catching a plane for the very first time and having to hold another youth's hand the whole way, to organising travel across the world and changing their life direction to believe in themselves and their dreams. All in just 8 days. Imagine what we could achieve on a 3-week camp. Not to mention, a 5-hour bus trip is a perfect place to convince young people to join Leos. Experience. Public speaking has always played a significant role in my journey this year. My experience has definitely shaped me into someone who can stand up in front of you all today. From addressing local clubs eager to learn about Leos or trying to change their minds to try to be more eager, to speaking at major conferences across Australia and the USA via online platforms, I have had the privilege of sharing our mission as far and wide, whether it was at the 201Q2 Mackay Convention, the 201N3 Lemon Tree Passage Convention, or the 201 WA Perth conferences. Each stage offered a unique experience to connect, inspire, and initiate new projects. These experiences not only honed my public speaking skills, but also reinforced the importance of our work and the power we have in our community. This year, thanks to unwavering support of the Lions community, I'm thrilled to announce that I will be travelling across the ocean to serve as a youth leader in the Atlanta Lions Youth Exchange Camp in July. Thank you. This opportunity feels like the culmination of everything from this last year, and I can't wait to represent our organisation on an international stage. It's a chance to broaden my horizons, learn from others, and bring new ideas back to enrich our Lions community, not to mention building a network of leaders across the world. Opportunity, and one of the most profound, was this year attending the last ever Advanced Lions Leadership Institute, ALI, in Auckland, New Zealand, something I never thought would be possible. This institute was more than just a training program. It was a deep dive into effective leadership, strategic planning, and the values that make up our organisation so strong. During the institution, we were asked to create a slogan for this. And after much deliberation and a few attempts to sneak a good old Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi in for that slogan, we settled on roaring into the future. This slogan encapsulates everything I strive to achieve, from my journey over the past 12 months to the goals that I have set for the future. Starting here on this stage today, it captures what we are all here to do and to reach our big audacious mission. Had to get that one in for you, Anne. Now, as I wrap up as this year's Leo of the Year, I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to each of these state representative Leos. How amazing are they? Your dedication, hard work, and passion are truly inspiring. To the next Leo of the Year, get ready for an unforgettable journey. It will be a year filled with leadership, new experiences, and countless opportunities. I encourage any of you to take those with two hands. Embrace every moment and remember to take on all challenges with courage and a smile. Lions like to see us dance too. Let's continue to grow Lions Online, showcase our mission, and remain steadfast in our service. Thank you, everyone, for this incredible year and the support that has made it all possible.
Thank you, Georgia. If I could just ask the convention to give all of our Leos another round of applause. And I hope you've all been enthused to go back and start your own Leo Club. They are truly amazing. That completes the Leo of the Year presentations for this morning. I thank you for your attendance and your dedication. Thanks.
Thank you very much, and you can see why